Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to Paul Pluta Prestige. Today I'd like to present the 5 greatest upper luxury watches of all time. This list includes the greatest brands of watches that are available, and I've had to use very strict criteria and rules and a long evaluation process to determine what brands truly constitute upper luxury brands. Naturally, mainstream players like Tag Heuer, Omega were immediately eliminated on grounds of price and the availability to the common person. Brands like Rolex, whilst very credible and certainly a luxury watch, really don't make it into the upper echelon of upper luxury watches. I now present to you the 5 greatest upper luxury watches of all time. Price is an important criteria, and just because one has been favored in life does not mean that one needs to forget the price of said goods. I always say that the price of a piece needs to translate into the snob appeal and the prestige of the brand. With this in mind, I've also given points to brands which are in the higher upper luxury sphere, which provide excellent value for money. This may appear to be an oxymoron to the average person, but this has been done to establish the truly great value for money upper luxury watches in the upper luxury segment. I'm Paul Pluta. Please enjoy this segment. The first position in this competition here is the greatest simple dress watch. Casual elegance and style combined with a clouty brand are important elements of every man's wardrobe. This is a very tough competition. Any of the Holy Trinity members, Audemars Piguet, Patek Phillipe, and Vacheron and Constantin, could have won this title very easily. However, when I looked at the discovery of the simple, elegant dress watch, it's a genre that was invented by Patek Phillipe. And no other watch encompasses the simple dress watch like the Patek Phillipe Calatrava. And this piece here would have to be the ultimate simple dress watch for a man to wear. This type of piece is ideal for a wedding, a funeral, facing embezzlement charges. The one is wearing a tuxedo, smoking jacket, or a double-breasted suit. The simple dress watch is an essential part of every gentleman's wardrobe. The simple dress watch needs to convey authority in its brand name and in its design. The Patek Calatrava would have to be the ultimate simple dress watch. And the Patek Calatrava is the choice of moneyed men all around the world, from heads of state, dictators like Putin, heads of corrupt churches. The Patek Calatrava conveys to everybody and the masses that this person has arrived. The Patek Philippe Calatrava wins the title of the ultimate simple dress watch. Position 2 goes to the greatest complicated dress watch. Many men need to have a complicated dress watch when they are staging a coup in the boardroom. A complicated dress watch is also essential when one is between girlfriends, between mistresses, and between career slots. The complicated dress watch serves many functions. When one is on vacation in Tahiti, one needs to know what day it is, what month it is, and the date. The simple, complicated dress watch are two very different things. The complicated dress watch itself has the elegance of many eyes, and it gives that position of authority when it's needed. Times when the complicated dress watch are needed would be when you're attending a wedding or a function and there are people that you don't like and you need to outdeuce them. The complicated dress watch is something which is the price of a luxury European sedan. The complicated dress watch presents itself with a degree of decorum and style that no other piece can muster. The complicated dress watch is a grand title, and for the title of the greatest complicated dress watch, it can go to no other than the Patek Phillipe annual calendar, and I'm going to award this to the original interpretation, which was released in 1996, the Patek Calatrava annual calendar 5035, and I'm going to award this prize to the yellow gold version, because the simple dress watch should be in white gold, whereas the complicated dress watch should be in yellow or rose gold. And I think the yellow gold, with the Asian economies coming up, just pips the pink gold. The complicated dress watch, the annual calendar by Patek Philippe, the 5035. One has arrived when one has this particular piece. The third spot of the greatest upper luxury watch of all time is going to be a piece which represents our modern man in society. The category is the greatest upper luxury dress watch in the sports division. A sports watch is a very important piece to behold, and it's an important piece that the modern man needs to possess. No other function is more sporty than the chronograph itself. The chronograph is an expensive type movement. It has a degree of difficulty which no other piece has, and it has a realm of exclusivity. After considering all these factors and reviewing many of the upper echelon luxury chronographs, I'm going to award this prize to the Brig Type 20, and especially the Brig Type 20 on a leather strap in the Transatlantic version, which has the date. This is an automatic chronograph with date function in steel, and it presents itself with a degree of decorum and elegance that only a watch worn by Napoleon Bonaparte could convey. The Brig Type 20, probably one of the greatest bang per buck pieces in the realms of the upper echelon luxury watch. This is not a simple luxury watch. This is upper luxury at its finest, and it gets no greater than a brand like Brig. And the Brig Type 20 Transatlantic in steel is the ultimate chronograph for modern times. I therefore present this place, this third choice on our list, to the Brig Transatlantic Type 20. With the realm of society, many people in the upper middle and lower upper classes have had to work for a living. This now releases any shame from having to be gainfully employed in order to survive in today's world. With this change in status, it now calls upon a very special watch, which is the watch which is to be worn for work and employment type fields. whilst this category is a relatively newcomer and only came into existence since the 1960s, because prior to the 60s it wasn't considered gentlemanly to be gainfully employed. With the segregation of the working classes and the higher classes, the formation of a beautiful watch to wear to work is very important. It says what class is one from, where one is going, and where one studied. The businessman's watch. Whilst there are many contenders for this award here, especially from the Cartier house, this award can only go to one house, and the award I've given, this is for the fourth position as the ultimate work watch, goes to Audemars Piguet for the Royal Oak in steel. I've awarded this prize to Audemars because the brand itself is extremely prestigious. The brand evolved this model in the 70s when going to work was starting to become favourable for the higher classes, and it represents all good things this genre should be. The piece should be hideously expensive, it should be hideously expensive to maintain, and it should be out of reach of the common man. Without further ado, I award this prize to the Audemars Piguet Automatic Royal Oak in steel. The final position in this award ceremony tonight is for the Casual Friday Gentleman's Watch. The Casual Friday is a day that has come in with the casualization of mainstream society. No longer do double-breasted suits and tuxedos need to be worn in the boardroom. The Casual Friday watch is a very, very special piece. It needs to be sporty, it needs to be functional, it needs to be a piece which can be hidden for discretion when the need arises. The Casual Friday watch needs a strong sporting pedigree, but it needs the formality of the boardroom in case the CEO, the CIO start questioning slight indiscretions in the international accounts book. I award this prize to Jaeger-LeCoultre for the Reverso Grand Date in steel on a leather strap. And with this prize here, we conclude the awards ceremony for tonight. I would just like to add the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date in steel on a leather strap represents this genre, with its sporting prowess being the choice of polo players in the 1930s. With its flippable Phillipe, it's able to be hidden when undesirables are mugging you or pickpocketing you, and it has a degree of discretion which can be used to hide the watch when one is partaking in gentlemanly services with providers. The Casual Friday watch, the ultimate in sports and business attire. It's a mixture in the restaurant trade which would be called fusion, and no other represents this brand, this segment, like Jaeger-LeCoultre, the Reverso, the Grand Date, in steel, on a leather strap. I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige. I hope you've enjoyed this segment, and please give me feedback on this segment and other segments which you would like me to run in the up and coming shows. I'm Paul Pluta. Please enjoy this program.